It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is Black Label Society with Concrete Jungle and a guy who reigns in the concrete jungle is our good friend Eric Braverman there, Chris.
Yes, he is.
What's up, Eric?
I didn't know you guys would be. I thought you guys would be dead because of the World Series, just like by accident. You know, like shrapnel or burning buildings falling on you. So you guys are safe?
We made it through, barely. I was ready to kill somebody when the Indians didn't win, but other than that,
what a ball game, though. I watched one baseball game this year that wasn't Little League.
Right.
Like when I'm watching those, I like to just yell "cut" and shit, at Little League games. But I watched one professional game this year. It was that one, and then the fact that it ended up killing Bill Murray, like that's such a weird, ironic thing. Which I guess I thought I didn't know if you'd have the show tonight because so many people would be in mourning because of that.
They should have killed Bill Murray, and they should have thrown Eddie Vedder out on the field too, fucker.
Oh yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still around. He was mumbling his way through "Take Me Out the Ball Game" in Game 4.
Low-hanging fruit, just NRA practice party. Just what do we got? We can take out a couple of these Muslims or members of Pearl Jam. All right. What can I do for you guys tonight? Just go down the list, or?
Well, Eric, obviously one of the biggest reasons you're a guest on the show tonight is because you're celebrating another milestone in the illustrious career of EB with the fourth anniversary of heavy metal television.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my colonoscopy, which I actually passed. And the doctor said I had the colon of an 11-year-old girl.
Did you have to study for that test, Eric?
I studied by, I know my pharmacist, so that big bucket thing they give you to drink to flush everything, I got a 55-gallon one of those, and it was awesome. I had to actually sit in a bathtub with water flowing because the toilet just started going over and stuff.
Yeah.
Totally. All right, we're having our fourth anniversary somehow. And it's going to be good times because we got magical people coming in like Mr. Neeley.
Yeah, I'm making the trip westward. I'm taking Horace Greeley's advice and go west, young man.
Of course. And we don't, and also we want people to know that it's not like we wouldn't welcome Chris Aiken.
Yeah, but I don't travel.
Well, it's not the traveling, but, just the way you intellectually outrank, like a lot of us, that we'll be hanging out. We're having fun, We're having a drink. It's a free bar. There's a ridiculous music show, and then you would see somebody's, President-elect Trump button, and, they're celebrating and having a good time, and you could have said, we were that close. So
What, as a Hillary supporter? Boy, you got me mixed up with someone else, Eric.
I know that in the end, you're going to always, vote for the gal. You don't care. Just that, man, I want to get on her good side, I hate her. She's a real fancy pants person, but that part's good. Because the point, though, heavy metal fans don't vote so great.
Okay.
And they all should go out and vote. Even if they all write in Lemmy, because they're like smart asses and shit and fucking intoxicated, they should go out and vote.
Sure.
Because then you can bitch the whole time after.
Right. I voted for Lemmy and he didn't win.
Yeah.
Wait, they're still counting. Because I just sent in my early ballot thing, so that's another one. And then there's like my wife. And then because of all the rigging, I got like 17 extra ballots, and I wrote in Lemmy and all those, and then threw them in different mailboxes to make it look legit. I think we're going somewhere. We still got a couple days. Totally real.
All right, Eric, tell us a little bit about what you have planned for next week's festivity.
Well, next week's festivities, what it really is, the sole purpose of the thing is to say thank you to people that actually help us. And then give them like an award, give them free, cocktails unless they're rehabilitating. We give them free soda, whatever we can do for them. And a lot of people go through their whole life. They don't get an award, handed to them. So it's really about acknowledging those people. And then, we just drink. We have 3 hours of drinking. And then we have a really crazily good band that's going to kind of trip you out. They're called Vinyl Tap, which, Chris was going to, I think, didn't you write a book called Vinyl Tap at one point, Chris? Is that one of your books?
That's one I'm working on.
What I'm working on, Vinyl Tap, Chris Aiken, Vinyl Tap. So they're like a jukebox of what you youngsters do. And they're badass bitches. Some of them have played in bands or filled in or, had to back up Jeff Tate or whatever. So that's really neat. Then we have Dave Ellefson's band that he manages, which is these 4 teenage girls called Doll Skin. Like, that's the show. And then I have all these characters come up and present awards to people that deserve an award. And the Classic Metal Show will be giving and receiving, which is exciting.
Wow.
Because you have to go through so many casting couch rashes and stuff to get to a point where you're getting and receiving awards from me.
Nice. Well, Eric, let me get back to let me get back to Doll Skin. Are these girls of legal age?
Not as I recall. They've been guest hosts on Heavy Metal Television a couple times, and then their parents, were so. I don't know if Dave Ellefson had Mustaine call the parents of these girls or how that went on. Maybe you can ask him, because, I don't know when the last time you saw him face to face, but you'll be able to say hi to him, or ask him this shit. So these girls, take high school online, and then Dave has actually had them go around America being tortured. And the weirdest part is he's built this Ellefson Music Productions company that has, probably 12 bands. So I don't know if he just went crazy or, he so can't do heroin and cocaine and smoke weed and drink and take pills all at the same time anymore. He just thought, well, I'll put it into 20 bands. But the first one, and the one that he always kind of pushes my way because he thinks I'm kind of zany, is this Doll Skin band, which are 4 teenage girls who sound like the Runaways. They're kind of like the Runaways or Joan Jett, some shit. That's what they sound like, the Donnas. They sound like the Donnas.
Okay.
Nice.
So
and
being...
so when I have these shows, if I have Vinyl Tap, which is a jukebox, like seriously, Mr. Neeley, if you could look at their set list and go, oh, could I sing this one with you, or whatever instrument you play, and they have all the shit on tablets and stuff, it's the soundtrack of your life. So why would I have a band like a Slayer type band? And also, I just hung out with Slayer for the end of their tour they just did at a fair, at a state fair. So we can get back to that in a minute because it's over. I think it's officially, it's all just classic metal now. But for our show, I always like to pick a kind of a fun band that doesn't just beat the shit out of you coming in, and then we let people kind of have the drinks, the beverages, so they're a little funnier when they come up on stage, and we have kind of a rock, but not a death metal band. People would think that I'm going to have something that just is has to be at least Slayer heavy, at least, no. By the way, Chris.
Yes.
Speaking of heavy,
mm-hmm.
do you exclusively now do all your cardio and workout stuff to the new Metallica songs? Because they're great, aren't they?
I like them. I like all three so far. The three that I've heard have been fantastic.
You're such a bastard. I fucking can't even listen to this shit.
What? You're fucking crazy. I love them.
What about the production of it? It sounds like they're producing it like at the zoo or some shit.
It's not as bad as fucking Saint Anger.
All right, we're still talking about the same band, comparing them. Like, do they not have Fleming or Bob Rock's phone number?
Yeah, I don't know who's doing it. It's some guy, isn't it? It's like not even like a named guy this time.
Then, wait, Moth to a Flame. It's like a song about Christina Aguilera or some shit. Seriously, look this up. So, all right, sorry about that if I got off. And then at the party, we'll have, this vinyl tap plays in between the awards given out, and it's a really fun time for everybody. So we recognize people, and then also, like, the top music journalists in our whole state, let alone our area, whatever, they all come to the thing, and it's pretty funny. And it's like a show, and it's not open to the public. We don't even tell anybody about it until it's over. So there's no like, hey, we don't start jacking off on Facebook about it. Like, ooh, 4 days till the big party. It's to acknowledge awesome people. Then we videotape it and make a show out of it, and then we play it on heavy metal television like as many times as MTV plays the MTV Awards.
Right.
Type of thing. Like they replay that like 16 times or whatever.
Well, Eric, tell us about the status of heavy metal television. I mean, here you are in your fourth year. Is this thing growing? Is it getting some, national or worldwide exposure? Is it getting more, more visible? Is it raising its profile out there, or can you tell? How do you rate that thing? You're gonna even meet one of our top people in the business offices of it. He's from Warsaw, Poland, and I've been doing it for 4 years with no other projects going on. So that part has been great, and every single advertiser, which kind of, unfortunately, and I don't let them control me, but, radio and television, it's all controlled by advertising. So, we sell enough advertising, and we also have all of our advertisers have stayed with us. I mean, we've only lost like one advertiser because like somebody died. and now we're building the internet. The youngsters in the office are starting to answer the phone. Internet television factory, because they're building other networks, which I've talked about for a while, and I wasn't sure they were going to get there, and now here they're starting to put that all together and have like even EDM television, which I'm not going to be doing anything with, but the kids will have EDM television, and they're making a dog television network and a cat television network. So it's building on itself, but what's interesting is that no one knows where any of this stuff is going. Like Lars Ulrich, he's like, we don't know where this stuff's going. Like the music industry, the television industry. It's so splintered up. Somebody would make a movie and then you make a deal here and there. Now it's like, oh, I'm on Firecrackle plus H2. It's like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's this new video thing, dude. So there's so many choices and all that stuff. So we're kind of like going through outer space, like NASA. The rocket could explode at any time, but right now the trip is good, and we're continuing to work forward. Right. Well, Eric, where are the apps for this thing? I know we talked about I know you weren't a fan of the whole rope.
I keep going back to antenna television. Is just like you turn it on and you watch it. So my whole thing is, if you can't say into your phone or put in your tablet heavymetaltelevision.com, and just by doing that it turns on, the thing is basically is an app. Like what? Instead of typing that in or saying it into your phone, there would just be a button? Because apps have all these controls and things that they do, drains on your data, there's drains on intellectual property, privacy issues. Like, if you think those apps aren't all out to scrape as much of the river bottom as they can to get out of the internet, that you're not looking at it like the right way. I'm just like, what the hell do I need that for? And I got a bunch of young kids work for me, and we're kind of like, this is a big topic around the office, too, around the Internet Television Factory. So, at the beginning of January, there might be an app, but the app is just going to be a button that activates HeavyMetalTelevision.com. That's all it does.
Well, that's what I want. I want to be able to pull up my Roku, and I want to hit Heavy Metal Television, and I want to watch it.
Well, what's funny is Roku. We've been working with Roku, and we still got to give people we know like a password. Then they can start watching it. And Roku is like just a really wacky company to deal with, and we're trying to kind of jump through that because nobody just gives Roku kind of like the simplicity of what we do. Everybody has this way to glean information before it's activated into your house. And we want our thing to stay what an antenna television does. If you have an internet, you can watch it. You don't need any other fucking thing. So we're still kind of working on that, but, one person in Czechoslovakia is like, this is the greatest thing ever. One person in Cambodia is like, this is the greatest thing ever. And then the person across the street from me can't come over enough times and say, I don't get it. I don't understand. Yeah, it's crazy. And then dealing with like Nielsen and Google and Amazon, which are some of the primary quantifiers of numbers. I bet you guys' numbers are just a bunch of junk. Like that they don't even know what the hell. like seriously, the Nielsen people are here in Arizona. Have you ever met a Nielsen family that knew a Nielsen family or even heard of one in your life ever? Of course not, because it's all bullshit.
Well, Eric, on another topic, and I don't know if I've discussed this with you before, but, not to get away from your heavy metal television. Because
I don't give a fuck about that. It's all about you guys.
Well, I don't remember if we broached this subject with you or not, but have you seen or have you viewed any of the new documentary series or fairly new documentary series that our good friend Bob Nalbandian is directing with the Inside Metal?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Sent me all that shit. I got all of it.
Well, what are your thoughts on the content, the way that it's put together, the production, the interviews? Because I don't know that I've gotten your opinion on that at all.
What? Wow, that's a really interesting thing because Bob is such a wonderful little person, so I will always want to make his stuff great. But I'm thinking that if he was sitting with me while I'm watching it, it'd been a lot better.
I don't know that Bob can make it around to everybody's house who wants to sit and watch it with him.
Go to my fucking house. You go to my fucking house, goddammit. I'll show you personal emails right now where Bob's like, EB, you're the best, that love you. And he always sends me his shit.
Sure.
And he sends me stuff from, he's really a nice person. He's so nice that he could still get in pictures with James Hetfield. So that's the epitome of obviously knowing how to be nice.
Has that
brown noser? He's not a brown noser guy either.
No. Has that bridge been burned for you though, Eric?
Oh, well, right now the bridge is kind of burned up and the river's evaporated and the shoreline's been destroyed by napalm and there's a nuclear reactor next to the river melting into the ground. I am kind of, my whole thing's about behavior. Life's real easy. Know how to say yes, know how to say no, and don't be a dick. there's still people in that organization that have no grasp of that whatsoever, but now they're Christians. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, getting back to the documentaries, though, Eric, have you watched?
Oh, yeah, they're good. They're really long, and it's crazy. You know what's funny? Because again, my review is going to be looking from it like a weird window. I'm like, Bob, where the fuck do you get the time and the money to sit around and do this shit?
That's what he does for a living, much like you do with heavy
like
metal.
500 dudes. He interviewed like 500 people that only me and you and Chris have heard of. And all the other people are dead. There was millions of people in them, but they're all dead. And so I think I think Bob is too nice. It's not gritty enough.
Okay. I really hadn't thought about that. I just thought he was trying to get the story. That's all.
I know, but I think the story could have been a lot more. There was a lot of fucked up shit that went on. I mean, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I like the in-depth. I like the fact that it's not really edited for time per se. I mean, it is a long documentary. I'll agree. You know, being that it's each episode is in 2 DVD parts, and you know it is about 2 hours long per episode, and there's a lot of information to absorb. Yes. But I think it's done in such a way, I think the way that they edit it between, you know, the different people that they're interviewing at the time, that it all, you know, runs together, you know, and it stays on point, and it gives you a really good snapshot of how things work.
Yeah, but the greatest part of it is that they have it. Like all these people and all their fans. Is Chris okay?
I'm right here. I'm just listening.
I know Chris is like, fuck, just stop talking about Los Angeles.
No, dude, I'm in the, which one am I in?
The one next one coming up, the Bay Area thrash scene.
Yeah, the thrash ones.
I told Bob, if you want me to be into one of these things, I'm going to need a suite. And, need to be driven to and fro. But the fact that they made it is what's so awesome, because it is an awesome document of that, and like the timing's good because these people are all going to lose their mind or commit suicide or whatever. And speaking of which, one of the great reviews was from one Veronica Freeman who went and saw it in the theater with those nuts. Yeah. And she was like, God, it was really good and cool, and I love seeing the people, but it was like the longest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it is long. I went to the screening of the second part back in June.
You just got back?
No, I did go to that thing, and
hey,
yeah.
Also, wait, this gets funnier. Remember Veronica Freeman? She's hilarious. So this guy in Texas, this is like a behind-the-scenes rock thing.
All right.
Kind of like when you tour manage for Don Dockett. So this guy in Texas is like, I will give you guys, Benedictum, X amount of money just to play a show for me in a room. Here you go. And
okay.
each one of them would like to have some money, the people in her band.
Sure.
So they accept this offer. This is like 3 days ago. They accept this offer, and then as the band's starting to practice and then guess who flakes and can't show up for practice, and it's all in question now.
Okay.
Throw any letters out there after tea. Yeah. Good times. All right. Did you guys? I just went to see Slayer at a state fair with no opening band or anything at a state fair.
Oof.
Really?
Fair? A state fair?
Yeah, and they were on this tour with Anthrax and Death Angel playing, doing their thing.
I saw it in Cleveland.
Where'd they play there?
Nautica Stage, about a 5,000-seater.
I know it out there by the lake, Mr.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Peabody's used to be like down the street from there, not far?
Peabody's is now gone. They tore it down.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, but if they tore it down, didn't a whole block or something come down with it?
No, they tore that building down and built. I think they just turned it into parking spaces. I'm not sure exactly what they put over there now, but it's gone.
Bastards. All right. So, yeah, Slayer. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting at home. Hey, Tom. I don't know how much trouble I'm going to get for breaking this news. We're going to have to keep it. You and the fence post, okay?
All right.
And I'll just openly threaten every classic metal show fan. I'll probably be banned from Slayer shows now. I think it's the last band I'll be banned from. I think I'm still allowed to go to Judas Priest, I think.
Nice.
If I watch it through a fence or a obstructed view seat. So I look at the whole Slayer tour schedule, and it's not even on like their website. And then like the most famous promoter I ever met, who can't come to my party, by the way, and meet you, Mr. Neeley, because he has to hang out with some douche named Ringo. Fuck off. All the bullshit excuses. No, totally real. You'll see. So anyway, he actually booked the show, and I'm like, Slayer at the fair? What the fuck? And so he's notorious for making the best state fair shows ever. He's this cat named Danny Zalisco from Chicago. He started at Jam Productions.
Okay.
So he does his show. I'm like, no, not the fair. I know the world's biggest alligator. That's at the fair. That costs $1 to people, free to me and my family. Thank you. So we're going to tie all that together. We're going to go see the Navajo hoop dancers. So I called up Tom and his wife, and I'm like, so, playing the state fair. Have you been to Yellowstone? No, we've never been to Yellowstone. Is it nice? What the fuck? You've traveled the planet 10,000 times with other people driving and flying and never said stop here at the geysers? Jesus.
Well,
So-
let me interrupt you, Mr. Braverman.
How dare you.
One of our hardcore fans from Australia is calling you out in our chat room.
Calling me out on what?
He said, I thought Braverman said he would never go see Slayer without Hanneman.
I did not watch the show. I'm getting to that part, you little bitch. My daughter was there, goddammit.
Okay.
Son of a fucking bitch. From another fucking hemisphere, I take it? Upside down? People upside down? I'm ready. Where's that sharp knife I keep? All right. Me and my child, who dressed as Robert Smith for the evening, and I've got proof of this, she's 9 years old. So, we got, it's the state fair, right? So they have to fuck everything up. So Tom and my wife are, like, texting each other the whole time. Hey, where are you? Where are you? I'm like, what the fuck is... It was one of those nights. You guys have both had these, Chris, and Mr. Neeley have both had the night where no matter what pass you had, the security kept telling you to go around here.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I had one of those last month.
Last month. So me and my daughter at one point were like, hey, in the words of some pals of ours from the Midwest, fuck you, pal.
Right.
All right? And then we were sitting and I'm like, God damn it, because I've never not seen Tom before a show. I'm also going to get to the news part that I started this with. But anyway, so it's like the show is about to start. And so I'm like, well, let's just go to the last row, and I could say fucking Meadowlark Lemon and Curly Neal are up there. It doesn't matter if it's Jeff or whatever. So we sat in the back row, and when my wife showed me an emoji, which I didn't know that men used, from one Tom Araya, that was like a weird face, I was like, let's go enjoy the fair. So we left. It was like the intro shit tape was coming on, and they're fogging the room and rah, rah, Satan sounds. Me and my little ladies went out, and we took the sky ride above the fair, and we, spit loogies down on people in Trump shirts and all that stuff that any proud American would do. And then just kept listening towards the building, because there's a fair going on, but you could still hear how idiotic Slayer is outside of the building at a fair. So we watch it. When the the show ended, who is this Australian person anyway? Who's going to be on the Barbie? Doesn't listen to the story. Do you guys know Kevin Meaney died?
Yeah, he died.
So this is where I start, like, he's channeling me right now. Listen, Australian bastard. I don't care. If my jokes don't go over, I don't care. Zing, zing, zing. Bing, bing, bing. All right. So, anyhow, we get back. But before this, you guys always mess the story up by trying to confuse me with your Manchurian candidate stuff, Chris. Not stupid. I'm a little bit stupid, but all right. So anyway, when I called Tom and his wife to ask them why they're at the Slipknot Ozfest show and not coming by my house, the wife slips out, "Oh, we're about to have a grandbaby." Where immediately I'm like, "Oh man, just fucking Tom, punch her stomach, because you know, I can't say, oh, hey, hold on, Grandpa's about to play At Dawn They Sleep. Hold on a second. Hey, everybody, can you keep it down? Grandpa's about to play Necrophilia." So, yeah, boo. Then, Tom, the night before they came to the fair, where I'm still like, are you really coming to the fair? Like, really? The fairgrounds? And he sends me a thing that says, I'll see you, or no, you're on for tomorrow, ... exclamation point. And then the salutation was GPT. G period, P period, T period. I look at that and I'm like, what the fuck kind of code for fucking Chilean? I don't even know. GPT? What the fuck? So my wife's like, hey, you've been up all night huffing the glue and the paint out of the sock, and he's saying Grandpa Tom. I'm like, that's not funny. Disrespectful right now. So, Australian guy, no, I don't watch shows without Jeff Hanneman, and retiring Grandpa. So he's not coming to Australia to perform for you ever again. Thank you.
All right.
I don't care. Zing, zing. So, then, because I was like, no, this doesn't make any sense to me. I shouldn't have drank before noon today. But I did. Then these photos come in that say, yeah, wanted you to see these before the government. And it's like pictures. Somehow, Satan is at the hospital with the baby while he's on tour in another state. And I could document this all with the emails and the timelines. So, after the show, we fought our way back with our passes that they said, well, those passes aren't good anymore. Okay. Hey, listen, son, you're young. You got most of your teeth. Looks like a polo shirt. I'm going to let my 9-year-old girl fuck you to death. At the fairgrounds. At the fairgrounds. And, she's like, Dad, come on. Well, fuck him. Come on, Dad. You got Indian fry bread. You got a funnel cake. You got a churro. We went on a sky ride. Tom will call you anyway. I'm like, this is crazy. I don't want to be at a fair except to see the giant alligator, which we did where our passes worked. So we get back there and we did see Tom and had a wonderful little time with him where him and Carrie King only talked to the Make-A-Wish family, who I thought hogged a little bit of my time. I was like, I get it. We're going to live, though. My kid's healthy. You should get more time. Not less time. I like the Make-A-Wish, with the wish givers there with them. I'm like, you fucking wasted your fucking wish on Carrie King? You could have went to fucking Disneyland. They would have took you to a beach. You could have fucking... What? Meanwhile, Chris is going to like this part. The American way part. It was canned food night at the fair. So if you brought 4 cans of food, you can go to the show for 100% free for 4 cans of food. So, i.e., you can see Carrie King perform for $1.
Wow.
You guys, I don't make these things up. Hey, guy in Australia, fuck you again. Have you chimed in again yet? From down under, the giant prison. You ever see Escape from New York? The island with the wall around it? That's where you live. Fuck you. I hate the fucking Australians. Well, Australians have accomplished some things. What? They're in movies. They've never accomplished any other thing. Jesus. Come on. Chime in, bitch. I love the whole, he said he'd never watch a Slayer show without Jeff Hanneman. I'm going to call him out publicly right now.
Well, there's somebody that pays attention to what you say, Eric.
God damn it. No, actually, I love the Australian people, of course. They have very large reptiles and delicious food and very nice people and good rock and roll fans.
Sure.
But he did leave himself open by questioning my loyalty to Jeff Hanneman's corpse. Thanks, I'm trying. Jesus, God, now I'm just getting mad right now.
Sure.
All right, where's my... Oh, wait, I'm going over my notes. We did touch on everything if you've got to go to... And also, Mick Brown, dude. No slouchy thing. You are giving Mick Brown the Classic Metal Show Award, the Heavy Metal Television Classic Metal Show Award.
Nice.
Who deserves it more than this guy? 1 minute, he's getting a DWI in a golf cart with Ted Nugent. The next minute, he's the glue that could get Dokken back together to play Dream Warrior for Japanese people. God. Incredible.
I invited Robert Mason as well as Dave Henserling as well.
Well, I invited Robert Mason, but he didn't email me back. I don't know what happened. And I didn't want to, his boss is this cat named Eric Turner. And I didn't want to go, hey, and get people fucking in a lot of trouble. Because also, my boss is Robert Mason's accountant. So you better be careful, Robert. All right. So I wanted to make sure I touched on the World Series because I figured maybe you guys were not speaking or you cut jerseys in half and then sewed them together and went to the games together, did that thing.
No.
The LGBT community.
No, nothing like that.
We talked about Slayer. We talked about Killary. You want a murderer, man. President murderer. You want someone who's like, really? Fuck, kill them. I think Trump might just stop to see if they're worth fucking before he kills them. And, that's 4 or 5 valuable seconds of our nation's security. That part, no, it wasn't a joke. It's totally serious. All right, we talked about the anniversary of Heavy Metal Television, which is incredible that we've been doing this for 4 years. I was fired from Dairy Queen in 6 hours. Get out! If you put your mouth on that thing again, get out! All right, then we talked about Metallica's, as Chris said, greatest comeback.
I didn't say greatest. I just said I like it.
Right when you've got the Eric Braverman Peanut Gallery pals to dig holes for you and just back you up. I mean, it doesn't matter if we like it or not. We need to do whatever we can to irritate certain people. Like, I mean, I barely listened to it, and I was like, you know what? I just don't understand why they won't have Why, just pay James. You're worth $300 million. Pay Bob or Fleming to record this for you. Not just the guy that you saw at the store or whatever, UPS guy or whoever. That's not how you ever record your shit when you're Led Zeppelin of a generation. I cranked this shit on my Bose stereo to 100. It was like, just bring the Pink albums back in. Come on. Properly produced shit. And then Kirk Hammett looks like my grandmother. What are they doing? He could put a lot of his stuff in the bags under his eyes. And he goes to bed early. Terrible. All right, so is that it, or you got to call Phil Anselmo and just make him fade? Why is he on the show? What's he promoting?
Super Joint.
He's so fucking great. Like, I can't even tell you. But the funny part is, like, you understand that it's a Groundhog Day, so when he comes on, please reintroduce yourselves and what the show is, what country the CMS is originating from, and, like, the typical subject matter of stuff he would be talking about. Because then you help him, and I mean, dude, I got people on YouTube that are coming to fucking kill me. So help him, help you, help me, help you, help him, help you, help him.
All right.
And Neeley,
Yes.
you eat real Mexican food next week. And are you bringing like a date or one of your?
Yes, a friend from LA will be joining me.
Is it a date or not, man?
Yes.
I'm going to work that. I'm going to make sure that it becomes a magical. I don't know if you got the room with like the big tub or like the little hot tub in the corner. Or
Right.
some shit.
The heart-shaped bed with the mirror on the ceiling.
Hey,
yeah.
you don't have to have a smart mouth with me, sir. But I will do everything. I'm really good at this, by the way. To be like, yeah, wow. You guys' pants are up in the ceiling fan. That happens. Of course, I can get the power and turn the fan off and get your pants down, but why? Rock fans, good stuff.
Sure. All right, Eric.
So you guys have fun. And again, if you or Chris want to invite any person and you want me to make a trophy, even at the last minute, like if one of those other cats you just mentioned, or if George Lynch is like not cleaning syringes or whatever, like because he's around here somewhere, any of that is good.
Right.
I'm going to take care of him. I'm going to give him a nice trophy, and be nice to him, and a free bar, and not people bugging him all night like they never saw a person that ever played an accordion before. You know how excited Chris gets.
Yeah, me.
You know, when Glenn Tipton or someone comes in and he starts, oh, my Mr. Tipton, I couldn't have got through high school.
Yeah, that's how I act.
You know. So, are you going to be okay with the election either way, Chris, or are we building a tunnel between my house and your house, or
As long as I got guns, I'm good.
taking our guns? We could have a a black woman Jew Bernie Sanders. They're not taking our fucking BB gun. That's fucking Arizona. Like, we use guns to clean shit. It's like, hey, I gotta clean the bathroom. Hold on a second. Oh, you want full automatic? Just use semi-automatic to clean the toilet. You don't need the full. They're never, like, Hillary, even everyone. Have you ever met a person that didn't like to go in the backyard and shoot the tree stump? Never. Never. Priests, like, you know what the funny part is? Again, you guys will hate me because, you know, I'm a mulatto, a gay mulatto. But the only ones who won't shoot at the tree stump are the fucking Muslims. So our Muslim friends like, oh, you know, once you take that into your hand, you take it into your heart. Just shut the fuck up. Get on your little carpet. And, well, I'm going to have a drink, and you're going to watch me blow this tree stump the fuck up. And then they're like, wow, that was really neat. And You are a wonderful man. Then shoot the fucking gun, camel jockey. Oh, no, I could not take that into and I have a family. I just said shoot a tree stump. So it's a fun world.
Yeah.
Try to force a gun into a Muslim's hand while I'm intoxicated, surrounding him with racists on the edge of a mountain, like 200 feet down the cliff. If we just sort of like, you're going down on your carpet, Aladdin, okay? And he's the only fucking person at the party who doesn't want to shoot the shit. They're confusing motherfucking bastards, aren't they? Jesus. I think we need to get this immigration under control. And I don't think a wall, because I live here, like I could see down where the wall's going to be built when President-elect Trump takes office next week. I'm thinking more like a huge moat, like a moat thing. That way, animals can still cross it. It's not ugly. And I guarantee you I could put some shit in the moat. So if if a chimichanga falls in the moat, it's done.
All right. Well, Eric, I will.
Everybody needs him right here.
All right. I will be out your way Friday evening.
Just call me with whatever you need.
Yep.
And we have to take you out for a meal. And if you could, hey, Chris, are you going to do the show Saturday without this
I
guy?
am.
Well, shouldn't we call in from the show and like Mick Brown or someone from Insight or that Dollskin or myself or just someone that represents
the door's open, my friend. You know that.
You know what? That right there. I don't need the tough. We're in a real divisive world right now, and that whole door open. I just want to run in the door and show people how the Indians used to scalp people and shoot the TV. Is this your TV? Yes, it is. Don't hurt us. Good. What were you guys watching? All right, sorry. But I think if you need to do a remote thing where we call in,
that's fine.
Of course, we're doing that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Wendell, I'm sure, because I suggested to people, and Mr. Neeley even, come to the thing comfortable, like if you want to wear midnight blue, crotchless body stocking, you're welcome. No problem. So if we have to Skype in or anything, and Neely's got a date, so me and you have that going for us, which is nice. The flowers are still standing. All right, will you call Phil Anselmo? He's in a swamp right now. Seriously, he lives in a swamp. It's not even a joke. And thank you guys for everything. And one of the reasons that heavy metal television is on and continues to be enjoyable to me, and a good thing, is people like you guys, and specifically CMS and the people of the world, especially the continents down there, Australia, really. I'm going to go watch a YouTube video of Gary Holt playing Slayer songs for 2 hours right now. And thank you guys. And you call me with whatever you need, sir.
All right, Eric.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Going to end with some Motorhead, some Lemmy.
I love it.
We've lost
random any song.
All right. No Voices in the Sky.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
All right, Eric. We'll talk to you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hello, boys and girls. Hello. Lemmy from Motorhead here, and you're listening to the Classic Metal Show. And it says you're right.